to Talkulture. I am Kid Cadet, joined always by my fantabulous co-host. She is the one and only Miss Sweet D, Danica Janelle. How are you doing?
Very excited, super excited. I'm sure all the rest of you are too. So let's get to it.
All right. And I have to steal something that somebody sent to me. They were very excited about this stream. They said, "We'll see you on Tuesday, Dave." I love it. I think it's very creative. Anyway, we're bringing him out, the one and only David Cook, everybody.
Tuesday. I like it. Yeah.
I know. I thought it was really clever. I'm like,
that was good.
Not mine.
I'm trying to figure out why Kid didn't get the memo about guitars in the background.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You know,
Get with the program.
I mean, you have your Nickelodeon blimp. Is that a Nickelodeon award?
You're right. It's a Kids' Choice Award that I did not win, but it sits there like, and I rock it proudly. Oh, what do you have? Oh, is all right.
An actual
what do
Kids'
you
Choice
have?
Award or something, I'm sure.
You have a Teen Choice
God.
Award?
They gave me a damn surfboard, and I live in the middle of the country.
Oh,
I'm going to use it one of these days. Just
I really hope
Oh, that's so
so.
good.
That is amazing. You have a teen. Oh my gosh. Well deserved. Well
That's
deserved.
impressive.
I know. She's like,
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay, hi. So we're here today, as you stated, to talk about dogs. No, I'm just kidding. But it was so cute to meet your dog. What was your dog's name one more time?
That was London. She's now laying on the couch looking very uninterested in what I'm doing. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
typical.
what?
Hi,
She
London.
didn't even like the surfboard. I mean, that seems
She's
pretty.
very anti-water. I think it's because she doesn't like baths. Yeah,
Oh.
we actually found her. We were driving back from Oklahoma. A friend of ours was getting married, and we were driving back, and we saw this little puppy like running around the side of the highway and almost got clipped by a semi. So we stopped and pulled a Yui and ended up picking her up, and we're like, all right, we'll get her back to Nashville and find a no-kill shelter or find her another home, because we already had a couple dogs. And yeah, my wife and I spent like a few weeks just kind of going back and forth and like just contradicting each other. Like I was like, we should find a home, and she's like, we should keep her. And then like a week later, I'm like, we should keep her, and she's like, we should find her a home. And finally we just we decided to hold on to her, and she's awesome. She's a sweetheart.
She's a lucky dog.
Well, I don't know about that, but she's she's pretty awesome. She's a daddy's girl, so she'll lay on the couch with me all day. It's great.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So it's been like about a year since we last spoke. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, a lot has happened. You have a lot coming up, David. Before we started, you were telling us you're about to go back on the road. You got a lot of shows, but one of the things I found was really cool was this Pop 2000s tour, which has some incredible acts, like literally. I hope I have the opportunity to see it. But I wanted to know, in your ideal scenario, what are you nostalgic for? Like, what would be your Pop 2000s tour?
My Pop 2000s tour. Well, I mean, the salesman and he's going to be like, well, this lineup is perfect.
It really is. It's
No, actually, early 2000s, I was listening to like Our Lady Peace and Seven Dust and Days of the New and Tantric, bands like that. So that'd probably be my early 2000s. But having said that, I am actually really excited to head on the road. I've crossed paths with Mark McGrath a few times and Chris Kirkpatrick as well. Both super nice dudes. Ran into Ryan. We both did the Better Than Ezra charity event years ago, and I met him there. Yeah, the O-Town and LFO, I haven't had a chance to meet yet, so I'm excited.
O-Town, one of my favorite bands. I'm so excited. This is I love this so much. This is so cool.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm not sure what chaos I'm walking into, but just a chance to get back onto the road is really exciting. I think after the last couple of years, yeah, I'm kind of chomping at the bit to get back out on the road.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, and speaking of, all of these people and groups finally being able to go back on tour like yourself, who are you most excited to see live?
I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to see them. They're currently, or not currently, I think they might just be getting ready to hop on the road with Daughtry. There's a band called Big Wreck. I've been a fan of theirs since college. Just this killer band, originally out of Toronto, I think. But yeah, hopefully that's the next one. Other than that, I like a bunch of comedians, and I know Kyle Kinane's coming to Nashville in October, I think. So that's on my list.
That's great.
He was recently on our show. He is, yes, he's amazing. So funny.
So jealous. I love that guy. So funny.
Have you seen him live before? Or would this be your first time?
Never have. I've purchased all his records, and anytime I have any semblance of a drive in front of me, like if we're going up to see in-laws or anything like that, I'll usually put on a comedy record of his and just kind of zone out, which is not the safest thing to do on the highway, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
I like trying to eat a burger and talk on the phone, and
you know what, the food thing, like I need an aid to eat on the road. Like I need somebody like, okay, let me get the burger out and prep it and put it in the wrapper properly, because I'm a mess. I can't do it.
See, I feel like I could put it on my resume. I'm really talented at eating on the road.
I actually think that's a solid thing to throw on the resume. Yeah,
I will. Yeah,
I can't
great
do it.
in groups. Can eat on the road. There's the best of both worlds. But I think it's cool that you mentioned like comedy too, because I feel like those are the two mediums that I'm so excited are finally coming back as music. Comedy, like we need it so bad, and it's finally happening. So
yeah, it's I don't know, I think ever since I came off of Idol, honestly, most of my my downtime, I'm not listening to music, I'm listening to comedy. There's an argument to be made that maybe I'd write better songs if I listened to music a little more, but I don't know, I'm so in awe of it as an art form, because I couldn't fathom getting up in front of people with the intention of being funny for any amount of time, little hour and a half that these guys, these comedians record. So it's, I have a huge amount of respect for people that can pull that off.
It is, yeah.
And I know you've tried it, so
I've tried it, and I realized
I
I'm not
wouldn't
funny.
even make the attempt.
No, it's very intimidating, and it's not for me. It's not for everyone. We'll leave it to the comedians,
Sure,
we'll leave it to them.
Kudos to you for trying. I couldn't even.
Right?
I'm not even going to make.
I was like, that's too much for me. No,
I kind of just did it for the photo, so I could have the improv thing behind my head. So if I ever just needed a promotion, I'm like, ta-da! Here I am. Oh,
you said, well, I could take a tour of the place during the daytime and get that photo, or
spend a lot of money and take classes and still not be funny. Well, okay. Since you did mention American Idol, we would be remiss to mention that you recently appeared on the most recent season as a mentor, which was this season is insanity. The people are so incredibly talented. So I wanted to know, and I'm sure you've been asked about this a lot quite recently, just a memory that maybe stands out from revisiting American Idol.
There was every time I go back, I've gotten the opportunity to do it a few times over the years. It is this mix of excitement and just like nauseating anxiety. And I was really, I felt a lot of empathy towards the people going through Hollywood Week, purely because like being on the other side of it and realizing like some of it is a little bit of psychological warfare. Like they're purposely like keeping you up really late and getting you up really early. So that by the end of it, you are just so tired and frazzled. Like you see these people cry. And I think before I was on the show, I was like, God, why are you crying about it? Like, what is the big deal? And then to go through it and be like, oh, that's why you were crying. Cause you were exhausted. Yeah,
sure.
But I feel like it is a necessary thing, because once you get on the show, those hours don't let up. And so there's something to be said for like trying to weed out the people that maybe can't handle that. Cause it was I think for me, it was 4 months of like 7 days a week, at least, 12 to 15 hours a day on a light day, so it's a lot. So I just tried to impart that as best I could without kind of, giving up the goods to them too early. And then also, help them navigate song choices and all the obvious stuff. You know, I mean, it doesn't really behoove you to like pick some deep cut from some artist nobody's ever heard of when you're trying to get people's attention. But yeah, I would like to think I did a good job, but then they only aired one of the people I mentored, and unfortunately they didn't make it on the show. So I think my professional mentoring days are numbered at this point.
Well, but once again, you know how the edit of a show works. It's
Sure,
not
no, I
personal. It's
understand.
you know they. I do like this question from Deb because I wanted to pick your brain on this too, but it seems like things have changed in the past couple seasons where now the contestants are given the opportunity to play their own music. So how do you feel about contestants performing their own music on the show?
I'm for it 100%. If only because I felt like I've always felt like, you know, the seasons where Idol, how do I put this? Maybe wasn't operating at peak form. I felt like we're the seasons when the audience wasn't really given a whole lot of opportunity to invest in the contestants and learn about the contestants. I was talking to a musician buddy of mine the other day about how different Idol is to like other avenues of the music industry, in that, you know, typically in the past you would listen to the radio or buy a CD, or you'd just hear a song in passing, like, oh, I like that song, and you become invested in the artist through the song. And with Idol, they're getting invested in you as a human being and as a performer for months before you ever put out music. So you know, and the great thing about it is when if you're able to come off the show with any sort of juice and have an audience that's, you know, clamoring for what music you're going to put out, they're really invested in you. You know, I've had some amazing diehard fans for the last decade and a half almost, which is pretty nuts. So I think any opportunity to showcase these contestants and their talents and allow the viewing public to get that much more invested in them is a good thing. And so I love the original music. If anything, I'm a little jealous we couldn't do it.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that too. And I feel like they also have more opportunities to play their instruments as well, which is, I think, is something that changed audition with music rather than, you know, all just a cappella. I guess it's just, you know, evolving and changing things as it happens. For me, I always thought the toughest thing was having to learn a new song, what now seems to be like every other day. It just seems like, how do you even go about that? How do you learn a new song that fast? Do you have any tips or tricks?
Oh, you know, my memorization has gotten better over the years when it comes to like memorizing scripts for auditions, or I shouldn't say memorizing lyrics, because anybody who's a fan of mine knows I use a teleprompter live. But yeah, on Idol, it was a struggle. There were weeks when I mean, I can't remember if I had talked about this last time I was on or not, but Dolly Parton week, I didn't get that song right until we were live. So like dress rehearsal and every performance before that, I messed up the lyrics. I just could not internalize. My brain was just like, I'm done for a second. And yeah, it's, you know, in those moments, like, oh God, like I just don't pass out or throw up on live television, and I'm going to call this one a win. I don't care if I mess up the song, but it's yeah, I don't really know the answer to that other than just repetition. And then at some point it becomes, all right, I've got it. I just have to trust that I've got it.
Because at least for me, when I get nervous, I don't even remember my husband's you know, even as a ring announcer, I have to put everything on cards, because the second like I hit a ring, I'm so nervous that if I don't have it there to fall back on, it's not in my brain. Yeah. And so I have to think about you and now all these other contestants in that scenario and how much respect I have for every single one of them. You know, being in a high pressure situation, like you said, they're up, they're rehearsing, you're live in front of millions of people, in front of a huge audience. It is so impressive. I have so much respect for you guys that
thanks.
It's pretty incredible.
There's a lot of moving parts. And I think thank God the lesson I learned pretty early was like, all right, like focus on what you can control. And right now that's singing the song, remembering the lyrics, and playing the guitar, or holding the mic stand for dear life. Like those are the three things that I have control over in this spot, in this moment in time. So everything else, ignore it as best you can. So like, I was looking through people more than anything if they were in the audience, and if they were at home, I just couldn't think about them, because it was just if I thought ahead, if I thought outside of my bubble for a second, I was screwed. Yeah, thankfully that was a lesson I picked up pretty early.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, and whether you want to name names or it's totally up to you, but do you have a contestant this season that you are rooting for?
Okay, I do.
Okay. I wonder if it's the same as me. Let's hear it.
Every time I've said the name of who I liked on a season, they have gone home within 2 weeks, and I desperately don't want that to happen because I do think this contestant is accessible as a viewer and as a fan. I think their voice is insane. I love the music of theirs that like the original stuff that I've heard of theirs. Okay. Notice I'm being very careful about what I say here. So I don't want to divulge, but I do have one, and I hope she wins.
Okay. Okay. I know who it is.
I won't give any hint of whether you're right or wrong. Who do you think? Who do
I think you're talking about?
Yeah.
I was going to say Hunter Girl, because you said original. So, and I'll tell you
poker face. Look at that poker face.
And I'll tell you my favorite, Fritz. I love Fritz. Fritz is my guy.
So hard.
Yeah, it was a poker face. It was good.
Such a good actor.
Divulging anything.
I'm not giving anything else away. I can't do it.
But
I feel terrible because
why?
I want to be a fan, but I feel like I jinx them whenever I say anything.
Well, then we appreciate you not doing that. I mean,
I'll tell you off air.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. Let's see. Oh, okay. What do you do to relax when preparing for a live show? Do you relax? Can you relax?
Well, yeah, not usually. Honestly, it used to be. This is not healthy at all, but it used to be like having a cocktail or something before a show, and that wasn't sustainable. It's just not sustainable. So anymore, it's I get I'm kind of mean to my band sometimes. I've got this mantra with my band, like if I'm not making fun of you, it means I don't like you. So I tease pretty like incessantly, and for some reason that feels like a release valve. I pay them enough. I feel like I can get away with it. So
relax. I walk around with my giant surfboard, and yeah,
it makes the trip. I make sure the band pays homage to it before every show. It makes me feel
as they should.
My 2018 Choice Award.
That is so freaking cool, though.
Oh my god! Of all the worst part about it, honestly, it is cool, and I'm appreciative of it, but it's also like I've had to move with that thing a couple times. And nothing,
are you a surfer? You're like, oh.
Nothing will make you feel less cool than like handing a bubble wrapped surfboard that says Teen Choice 2008 on it as a guy in his 30s. Like, can you please be careful with it?
It is valuable and precious.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know about valuable. It's precious. Yeah, it's real precious.
I
mean, I don't have one, so I'm going to say it's valuable.
Yeah.
I'll loan it to you. Like the rent's real low on it.
Perfect.
Oh my god, Danica,
I'm only like a 6-hour drive from you. That's perfect.
Come on.
Come on now. All right, Danica.
Oh my god.
All right, so we would love to talk just a little bit about Looking Glass. So it's now been a year and I believe 4 days since that album came out, which is unfathomable at the moment just to think that a year has passed. But in the last year since it's been released, do you have a favorite song that has become your favorite to perform?
Strange World still kind of strikes a chord with me, no pun intended. I think we've been able to kind of find a lane with that song live where we can sort of accentuate the dynamic of it, like in a way that keeps it interesting for me as a musician. I do love the kind of the breakdown bridge of Reds Turn Blue a lot. I like playing that one. I love Make a Move. I like playing that one. I know a lot of fans seem to connect with that song. It's a long song is the only downside. It's like 5.5, 6 minutes long.
It's your American Pie.
Yeah.
You're not kidding. Yeah.
Aw.
It's, by the way, thank you for that. That was nice. I've had songs of mine called way worse than that. It's yeah, there's really not a song on the record I don't enjoy playing. I typically, like any other artist, I'm like counting the minutes between like playing Light On and Come Back to Me and Time of My Life until I can get to play new stuff. So it's yeah, I don't know that there's a song in there I don't like playing, but right now Strange World is probably the front runner.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Keeping it interesting by being able to change it just slightly is very important. From
Oh my God.
all the different musicians that we've talked to, that's like across the board. People are like, if I can keep it changing slightly, it makes me that much more excited about playing it every single night.
We added maybe one of the shows last year or early this year. It would have been last year because we haven't played any this year. We added like a little, scale riff during the middle eight of Strange World. And like, it's added another like 6 months of excitement to the song. Do you know what I mean? Just like,
Wow.
we're going to play Strange World. I can't wait to get to that lick. And I'm sure the audience is just like, we don't even hear it or we don't care. But for us, it's like, yeah, it's what's putting fuel in the tank for that song at the moment. So
Keeps it fun and fresh.
exactly. Yeah. And honestly, I think more than anything, it probably just keeps us focused on what we're doing. So it's not like, oh, here we go, Strange World again, 1, 4, 5, like, oh, we have to focus because that riff's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who knows?
True. No, I love it. I love it. Well, since you did mention your band, we were curious. What would you say is like the biggest misconception about like playing rock music or being in a rock and roll band?
Biggest misconception.
If there is one.
I mean, I can only speak for us. The misconception exists, I would imagine, for a reason. I remember the first time my wife came out with us on the road for like a weekend run, and we were in the dressing room. I don't remember where we were at, and they had the game Guess Who in the dressing room, and we're like, "Oh, this is awesome! We're gonna play Guess Who." So we start playing Guess Who, and she was like, "This is not what I thought this was. Like, I thought you guys were going to bars and this and that." I'm like, "No, really, we're on the bus, or we're in the venue, or we're at a hotel. That's about it." And
does your person have a beard?
Honestly, and she was like, "This is pretty lame, actually." I was like, "Yeah, but I'm winning, so."
You're really good at asking context cues. Very important part of
it's. Yeah, so I imagine the biggest misconception is probably like, that we get to see so much of like every place that we go to, which really isn't true. I mean, I've been to Denver quite a few times over the years, and I remember the airport, and that's really about it.
How is it? Is it nice?
It is the weirdest airport I've ever been in. Supposedly, there's some sort of
mythical. There's like the horse outside, right?
Yeah, and there's something under. There's a rumor or a conspiracy theory that there's something underneath, like something underneath the airport that's like a government secret or something. Maybe anybody in the comments know what I'm talking about? Anybody from Colorado?
I've been watching. I watched a video about it. Maybe last year, because I randomly stumbled upon what the statue looks like with like the red eyes.
Yeah.
If anyone in the comments, if you're from that area, let us know.
Please let us know. I'm so bummed I can't remember exactly what the conspiracy theory is, but
well, at least someone make it up and tell us.
Exactly. Yeah.
So just like
that's where Area 51 really is.
Oh.
Yeah.
The OG.
The airport.
OG.
Is Denver, Colorado. That's funny.
Well, since this comment's up, favorite activity while you're on the road besides Guess Who?
I like finding like hole in the wall restaurants that like are only known to locals. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like finding those little spots.
No.
I don't get to do it very often, but if we have like an off day somewhere, you know, do a little urban hiking and find some place. There've been a few places that I found over the years that they're kind of like, oh God, I can't wait to come back. Like, there's this place it's a venue as well. It's called Do-Si-Do outside of Houston. They have.
I don't even know. I used to live in Houston, and I don't even know what that is.
It's a big city.
They have blueberry cheesecake. I'd never had it before. I've never seen it since. I had 3 slices before a show. I was like, this is insane.
Before a show, too.
Oh my, yeah, because I wasn't gonna let it. You know, I don't want them to run out.
Right.
It was. Oh my God, it was so good. Yeah, stuff like that. Just like little hidden like treats and surprises and stuff you find all over the place.
Blueberry cheesecake. All right, guys. So if you guys have any recommendations in your cities that he's coming to over the course of the next couple of months that might have blueberry cheesecake, once again, let us know in the comments. So now,
I don't even like blueberries. It's weird, but yeah, that stuff was really good.
Okay. It left.
Sorry, I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment over here now. Yeah.
Can that be the name of your next single, please? Blueberry cheesecake.
Blueberry cheesecake, or I'm having a moment over here.
Both.
Yes. Semicolon.
I'm having a moment over here. Parentheses. Blueberry cheesecake. Yeah.
It's very Jimmy Buffett of you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, of course. Yeah. Set to the same melody as Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Blueberry cheesecake. Yeah.
Oh
like it.
man.
Cool.
Please request it at one of his next shows, guys, or on his virtual.
You know, somebody watching this is going to request it at a show now. It's going to happen, and I'm going to have to disapprovingly shake my head at them. Just go.
Well, as long as they include the parentheses, then
Well, of course, yeah. Otherwise, what's the point?
You gotta
it's
be
already been requested. Thank you,
my God.
Kathleen.
Thank you. Perfect. Yes.
Oh, she flipped it around. All right, I accept that.
Flip is fine. Okay, Danica, why don't we each ask one more, and then we have 2 games. So they're not Guess Who, unfortunately.
Okay. All right.
Just as fun, we hope. So
yeah.
I was ready to go. I had my my questions all lined up.
Oh man.
Well, I actually wanted to go with this one that Deb. I'm going to go ahead and put this up. Deb asked, after being home for an extended period of time, how do you get back in on the road mode?
It's a great question, and I don't have the answer yet. This is the longest I've been off the road, I think, since before Idol. So yeah, I don't know. I think hopefully it's like riding a bike.
Are you good at riding a bike, or
probably not?
Okay.
I've never ridden one before.
I think it's not something I know now at my age, like it's not something that I can just jump in cold turkey and expect to like cover every night the way I need to. So I imagine there's some build up and some vocal prep and all that, but
maybe it's a tricycle.
Maybe. Yeah. Definitely some safety wheels of some sort. Yeah. It's like surfing in the Midwest, Jude.
Thanks, Jude.
I mean, I have all the equipment, Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, what is something that you bring with you on the road besides the obvious, besides your equipment?
You bring the surfboard.
Yeah, besides the surfboard.
I bubble wrap it, and what's something I bring up? I usually try to bring something to throw, like a football or a baseball or something. Just
okay.
No, just in the context, like
eggs. I was confused. Toilet
eggs.
paper.
It depends on the crowd. No, but that was something I started doing that first tour after Idol. Was just like there's downtime during the day, and so if you can find a spot and feel like you're doing something quasi athletic for 30 minutes and not hauling gear or sound checking or meet and greeting or whatever. Just a moment where you can kind of exist outside of the tour. I always try to find that kind of stuff. More lately, particularly the last few years, anytime I've gone out, I've tried to find some time just to get away from everything, and go grab like a quick dinner before a show, or like I said earlier, just do urban hiking, throw in a backpack with a couple bottles of water and a snack, and find things. Yeah,
that's awesome. We have another name of a song title, Surfing in the Mountains.
Ooh,
So, it's a good one too.
Surfing in the Mountains. That feels like a heavy song.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
accept.
look forward to hearing it.
I'm
And then
not. I'm not looking forward to it at all.
I hear it's great. It's great. Sheila wants to know, can you let us in on the Mandolin Spaceman clue yet?
All will be revealed in due time.
Oh,
Got it. Okay.
I teased something in my last live stream, something that I'm working on, and they're all being impatient.
Well,
or I'm just being an asshole. One of the two.
One of the two. One or the other. It's all right. Okay, but mandolin. Interesting. Okay, cool.
like that.
Cool.
Just like
yes.
that, yeah. Actually, so I do these live stream shows on a platform called mandolin.com. That's what she's referring to, yeah.
Right. Okay. One final question before we go
for the
into
games.
The first game. Okay. So obviously, we know you're an incredibly talented musician, singer, songwriter, guitarist. What is something that you would be terrible at?
Everything else. No.
And I should also mention sports.
Something I'm terrible at.
And cook as well. Baker.
I can bake all right.
Right. So we've seen.
Yes. Something I'm terrible at. Ooh.
Telling your favorite American Idol contestant. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really bad at that. I'm bad at mentoring, apparently, as well. I am there's something I'm really bad at. I'm really bad at like fixing things. Like fixing stuff around the house, I'm bad at. Like anything past like a remedial thing. I get really excited if I do manage to fix something, and then it's always like an easy project. Like I tightened the bolt. I'm not even sure if that's what it's called, but the bolt around like a leaky water faucet outside, and my chest was out the rest of the day. I was like, yeah. Nailed it.
As it should be.
I'm not very handy. Like as a kid, like my stepdad would always try to teach me like how to fix a car or whatever. Like, oh, this is how you like change a tire. This is how you do this. And I'm like, no, I got nothing. Like, I don't even know what the difference between like the flat screwdriver and the plus sign screwdriver. It's not even what they're called.
Flathead.
Great, nailed it.
And the other one.
I was a carpenter though, so maybe I'm kind of cheating here.
I would love to try like woodworking and stuff, but I feel like nothing will come out of it except I'll end up cutting off a finger at some point.
I don't know. My husband is a woodworking teacher, so he might actually be able to help you with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Or
let's start with very remedial lessons, like woodworking 101. This is a
popsicle
hammer.
Sticks. Yeah.
This is a hammer.
Wood.
I need like popsicle sticks and glue. And make sure it's like kindergarten safe glue. Like,
yes, that is very important. We don't want you eating the glue.
Non-toxic Elmer's.
So, okay, David.
all right.
This is our first game. Okay. And we should just tell everyone that's watching, because everyone's going to be very confused unless you watch the last show, and then maybe you'll be like, I'm not so confused. So I'm trying to think of the best way to set this up, and there really is no good way other than to just bring up the graphic.
Okay.
David, we've created this graphic for you. We are about to play An Evening with Mr. Poopy Butthole, starring you and us.
Okay, hold on. Can we pause for a second
Yep.
and appreciate Just the A+ level Photoshop.
I
we've
mean,
got going on
dude
here.
is
Well-
a superior artist in all forms. This is just some of his best work.
I truly looked at this photo and said, when did I wear that jacket to myself?
I thought you sent this to us, and you said this is from my performance of an evening with Mr. Poopy Butthole.
It's not- it's
No,
not I was performing at the Magic House. Yeah.
Love. So to kind of set this up, David, seeing as you also have done Broadway and theater,
Sure.
we are going to be reading lines from Rick and Morty as dramatically as possible.
All right.
So we want to read them in, typical like Liza Minnelli or however you would like to, whatever your
Sure.
interpretation is. And
Sure.
we're going to cold read them. So our producer is going to put a line up on the screen and we're going to be reading it cold for
All right.
everyone watching right now. So hopefully this
excited.
is what you came to see because this is what you're about to get. Danica, do you want to go first?
I will kick it off and make a fool of myself first. Let's do it.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right.
All right.
Go ahead, Danica.
What? So everyone's supposed to sleep every single night now? You realize that nighttime makes up half of all time?
Ooh, very dramatic, very
good.
Broadway.
Oh,
That was
man.
very good. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's mine. Okay. I want to get like real sad. Like, boom! Big reveal. I turned myself into a pickle.
Wow.
Is that
This-
good?
the bar is set extremely high here. All right.
Okay. All
right.
So your turn, David. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God.
To live is to risk it all. Otherwise, you're just an inert chunk of randomly assembled molecules drifting wherever the universe blows you.
Ooh. Oh my
Okay.
God.
I went for like a Wayne Brady meets Sidney Poitier sort of
I-
vibe.
I saw it right down the middle.
Yeah, yeah,
That
felt
was-
good. I think I nailed that one. So
Tony
Oh, yeah.
Award.
let me know when the callbacks are.
All right. Ready, Danica?
Gearing up for another Teen Choice Awards.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the next one with my trophy. Here we go.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yes.
Listen, Morty, I hate to break it to you, but what people call love is just a chemical reaction that compels animals to breed.
Ooh,
Ooh,
ooh.
that had like levels. That had
Demon Barbara Fleet Street. Here we go.
God.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Let me hold my fake kid's
Wait,
choice
wait.
award. Here
I
we
do have a
go.
knife.
Okay.
Here you go.
Here's mine. Okay.
Swish.
You gotta do it for Grandpa Morty. You gotta put these seeds inside. I can't wait. What the hell? You gotta put these seeds inside your butt.
You might have benefited from a pre-read there, I think.
I,
Yeah.
I break at these so easy. Like I'm not good at this. This is not. If you're asking me something I'm terrible at, it's reading
my
things and not
God.
laughing. My
Mm.
behind up.
All
Okay,
right.
surfboard. Here we go.
All right. I shouldn't have reread it. Damn it. Ah. Hey, muchacho. Does your planet have wiper fluid yet? Or are you going to freak out and start worshiping us?
What? I mean, I think I have. I think the surfboard helps. That's just my personal
surfboard
opinion.
made it.
So- oh, it's very nice. Very nice. Oh, now he's gonna leave it there. All right. All right. Should we each do one more?
Let's do one more. I'm
Sure.
feeling good about it. I feel like I'm just starting to hit a stride.
Okay.
Catherine
Okay.
wants to
Oh,
pee
we have a
wee.
lot more. Oh, Pee-wee, there he is. Okay.
All right. You don't get to tell anyone what's sad. You're like a one-man Mount Sadmore. So I guess like a Lincoln Sadmorial.
God, that was
I feel like we're forgetting this is on the internet forever.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
As it should be.
This is not the first time I've embarrassed myself live.
Oh yeah, this is nothing. Yeah, we're good. Okay, okay. Another pickle one. Okay. This pickle doesn't care about your children. I'm not gonna take their dreams. I'm gonna take their parents.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's what it was missing. Was
Yeah.
that?
The
Yeah,
bum bum bum. Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I like it.
All right, David.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Say goodbye to your precious dry land, for soon it will be wet. Oh.
Sounds like Jafar.
I think I have to say, I think you have a career in voice acting. These are pretty good.
If my mom's watching, I'm really sorry.
We're not. All right.
No.
Okay. One more each. One more round. One more round
okay.
for the table.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. One more round for the table. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Move.
Oh God.
Gonorrhea can't see us if we don't move. Wait, I was wrong. I was thinking of a T-Rex.
That was the John Oliver character from when they went inside the homeless guy's body, right? Yeah.
Did hepatitis just save us?
Okay. Listen, I'm not the nicest guy in the universe because I'm the smartest, and being nice is something stupid people do to hedge their bets.
It's very Mean Girls of you.
Ooh.
Thank you. I was going for Regina.
You had the
George.
hand pre ready to go with
Yeah.
this.
It was ready. It was ready.
As soon as I get to the end of this sentence, it's snap time. I got
Snap
it.
time.
All
Snap
right.
time. All right, David, last one. Here we go.
All right.
Teen Choice Award winning. Oh,
Wubba lubba dub dub.
See, and that was just spot on, Rick. That was spot on.
that was very good.
When you can't improve upon the original, just
It's true.
Homage.
aim for mimicry.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Well,
Yeah.
so that was
Just
an
as
evening with Mr. Poopy Butthole.
You know, I was getting ready to hire a photographer for some new promo photos, but I think we've got it.
Whatever you need.
Yeah,
Of
can you
course.
just email me that photo, please? Thanks.
It's yours. It is
love it.
absolutely yours. Well, thank you for being such a good sport. Danica, why don't you ask the segue question and then we'll do the second game.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, on this lovely note of Mr. Poopy Butthole, we have to ask, if Rick and Morty were turned into a musical, what would be the 11 o'clock number? What would be the showstopper number?
The 11 o'clock number in a musical version of Rick and Morty. I'm actually going to give a serious answer here.
Oh,
Because if you've watched Rick and Morty, like occasionally they'll have those moments in the show that like where the comedy is just kind of set aside for a minute and there's like real depth and emotion to it. There's this one song that's on actually if you go out and buy like the Rick and Morty soundtrack or whatever, there's this band called Chaos. There's this band called Chaos. And they have this song called Can You Feel It?
I would love you would say that. Oh my
love
god.
that song.
It's so good.
I'm gonna say that is the 11 o'clock number. I can't beat that.
That is a strong choice, and I support this. Now, of course, to go along with that, which character would you be playing in said musical?
Rick.
That's fabulous.
Fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Just because I desperately like I tell my acting manager this all the time. I desperately want to play like a villain or the jerk or something that I feel might just be outside of who I am as a person, but it's probably not that far off. But yeah, I think Rick is the perfect mix of like asshole and anti-hero. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
like
totally.
Rick.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Definitely not Jerry.
support
I will not play Jerry.
this.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know we're like, we'll keep you only for 45 minutes. If it's okay with you, we have one more game. Is that
Come
okay?
on, of course.
Okay. It is
Yeah.
Tuesday. Okay. So this is a
Every
game.
day, every day,
It's Tuesday.
every day is Tuesday or Wednesday or Friday or
Oh, dear.
Thursday.
Well, he's broken.
I'm not even gonna get into Saturday and Sunday. So
Yeah, we don't talk about Saturday.
yeah, and Monday doesn't count.
No. Well,
We can talk about
okay.
it.
This is a game of Would You Rather. You've played before. You're going to do great again. There's no wrong answers here. If you want to tell us why you picked something, fantastic. And if not, that's fine too.
Deal.
Danica, you want to do the first one?
Oh, yes, let's do. Oh,
Okay.
would you rather co-headline a tour with Our Lady Peace or co-headline a tour with Collective Soul?
Oh man, that's tough. I'll say Our Lady Peace. No offense to their current drummer, but Jeremy Taggart has to be on drums.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. No
original.
offense. If you say no offense first, then you can't take offense.
You can say anything if you
Yeah.
don't say, or if you say no offense first.
no offense.
Because they can't take offense legally.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the next one. Would you rather, no offense. No, I'm just kidding. Would you rather bring back Von Dutch hats or bring back Ed Hardy shirts?
That's such a look.
It's
God,
a look.
this is tough. I'll say the hats, I guess, because it's easy. It's easier in a social setting to take off a hat than it is to take off a shirt. So
Okay.
yeah.
Fair, very fair. There was a recent documentary about the Von Dutch hats, which was pretty
Oh.
interesting.
I
Highly
didn't-
recommend.
I didn't
You
see
guys
it.
have-
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Okay. Next one, Miss Danica.
All right, would you rather compete on the Great British Bake
Great
Off?
British Bake Off. Great British Bake Off. Not Chopped is done. No, Chopped.
Oh,
Chopped is chopped.
look at that
Great
chop.
British Bake Off all day, every day. That show is incredible.
It's
And
true.
if anybody says chopped, they're wrong. The answer there. You said there were no wrong answers. There's a wrong answer to this.
That
one.
is incorrect. Okay, very fair.
Good
Yeah,
to
I
know.
believe you tweeted or said that you wanted to be on the Great British Bake
I
Off.
do.
so-
I do. I will take whatever dead last is on it. But yeah, because they do they do things that I wouldn't even begin to know how to do. The only reason I'm able to do anything that I have done is thanks to like YouTube tutorials and like nerdy nummies and stuff like that. So
Fun.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's her name? Is it Mary Berry? Mary?
Yes. Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Cool. All right.
I just know that the guy from the IT crowd is on it, and that makes me smile.
On Great British Bake Off?
Mhm.
They just had another comedian I like, James Acaster, on.
Oh,
And
How do you do?
he was funny,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
but he
Awesome.
probably did better than I would do. So
Well, we won't know until we find out. So, everyone watching, contact your local. I don't know how you do it. Just put it like
Oh,
manifest
exactly.
it. Manifest it. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone watching,
Put it out
let's
in the
manifest
universe.
It. Yeah. Ta-da. All right, Danica. Next one.
no, that's you. Is next.
Oh, me? Okay. Have to perform. Okay, would you rather have to perform one show per tour with no monitors or perform one show per tour with your guitar completely out of tune?
I think I've performed every show on a tour with my guitar attitude. I'll go no monitors.
That's tough.
I just have to stay. I'd have to stay close to the drummer and have them really ride the hi hat.
And just hope.
I could make that work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Now it's you, Danica. Unless you want me to
All
read this one.
Oh God, I don't know how to say these sports ball names. Catch
Okay.
a pitch thrown by Brett Sabertooth Tiger, or catch a touchdown pass from Patrick
Mahomes.
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 Sports.
Catch a pitch thrown by Brett Saberhagen or catch a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. I'll go touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes, but only because I would rather throw a pitch to Brett Saberhagen than catch one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
But
I was a
interesting
pitcher when I played baseball. I wasn't a catcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting twist. Interesting twist. I love it. Okay. Ooh, I like this next one, David.
All right.
Would you rather? Okay, here it is. Perform in a production of Beetlejuice or perform in a production of Moulin Rouge?
I have auditioned for Moulin Rouge, so I'm going to say Beetlejuice.
Okay. Okay.
Because I've auditioned for Moulin Rouge. I was never in Moulin Rouge. Defer from that what you will.
Okay. That's
Yeah, Beetlejuice. I went and saw that. I want to say like 2019, and was blown away by that show. It is so good. It just the right amount of like tongue in cheek and had a lot of heart, and the music was great. So yeah, I'll say Beetlejuice.
And I feel like there's a lot of really great roles And in addition to just Beetlejuice, like Adam's a great role. You know, there's so many options. Okay. All right. Danica?
All right. Would you rather switch set lists with Chris Allen or switch set lists with David Archuleta?
I've actually played some Chris Allen songs before. We went on tour together and played on each other's stuff. So I'll say Chris because there's less workload. But no offense to my boy Archie. I love
No
that guy.
offense. No offense.
No offense.
We still love you, but you recently toured.
I'm so glad I got to see Archie recently, and he just got cleared to rehab his voice and start talking again and singing. So I'm so happy for him, and just wanted to while we're on the topic, I just want to throw that out there. I'm very happy for him.
That is amazing.
Guy has not been able to talk since the beginning of February.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is pretty insane. Damn.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
I made it serious, and that's not what this is.
No, it's gonna be a little serious. That's life, you know?
Yeah.
That's life. Okay, we have two more.
All right.
So far you're doing great. Okay. Would you rather spend your next vacation in a yurt in Death Valley or spend your next vacation doing an Iditarod in Anchorage? Did I say that right, Danica?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
I'm going to say the Iditarod in Anchorage. Yeah. I like dogs, so I feel like, worst case scenario, I got some buddies to hang out with.
There's a lot of dogs. Those are certainly. Yes. Okay. Good choice. All right, Danica, bring it home.
All right, here we go. Would you rather be the assistant to the regional manager on The Office, or would you rather join the gang?
Oh, God, that's good. Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Before
Go
I answer.
Ahead.
If I join the gang, does one member of that gang have to leave? Do I replace that person, or am I an addition to the gang?
So I'm going to say addition to, because I think when they tried to replace people, it never worked out well.
Okay.
So in addition to.
I'm going to say the gang then.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
I love that show.
It is. These are like my two favorite shows. Like
and I feel
Office.
like it would be more exciting being in the gang than being the assistant to the regional manager. Like I would have to do his laundry for a month, and it's just I have no interest in that. Yeah.
Right. And how do you feel about Beats?
Me personally hate them, so
Okay.
I think that disqualifies me out of the gate. So
Right. Fair enough.
And
you-
then how do you feel about sniffing spray paint?
sniffing spray paint, it's preferable over Beats.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the correct decision. Do you have a favorite member of Always Sunny? It's hard to pick.
My favorite, it's got to be Frank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good choice. Good choice.
Like I'm thinking of that line when the condom falls out of his wallet.
Oh, he's like my Magnum con. I don't want to say it, David.
Yeah, I don't want to say it either.
Live.
That's in my head.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, if you want to say it, go nuts, because I'm not.
I can't say that.
Yeah. I'll say Mr. Poopy Butthole, but I'm not saying that line.
You can say, what is it? Mantis Toboggan? Dr. Mantis Toboggan? What's it?
The art critic?
No. Like when he was the physician, he was.
Oh my
Dr.
God!
Mantis
Yeah.
Toboggan.
Yep.
The art critic is amazing. I have to say, I'm not sure, and maybe he does, and I'm just like everyone's gonna be like, you're wrong. I don't know whether Charlie Day gets enough credit for the music that he writes for the show, because Dayman is like, come on.
He's actually like so I do this charity event in Kansas City called Big Slick, and he was the last time we were in person, which was 2019. He was one of the guests there, and the dude plays incredible piano.
Yeah,
He's a really good piano player. And Yeah, I was kind of blown away with his musicianship, and then you go back and watch the show with that in mind, and it makes that stuff all the more impressive that he's just kind of riffing this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I would have had the opportunity to see Nightman Cometh live. That would have been.
Oh
Yes.
my god, yeah, that
That's
show.
what-
I think that show. What are they on? What season are they on now? It's up there.
13. I mean, it's the longest like running comedy show of all time.
I hope. I know it'll eventually end, but I hope it never does.
Would you rather be if you were in a production of Nightman Cometh, would you be Dayman or Nightman?
Or would you be the troll?
Oh, you could be the troll too. You could be the troll.
I do like playing the villains. Yeah.
You gotta pay the troll toll.
I'll say.
How's your
Nightman.
karate?
I'll say
Nightman?
Nightman. Yeah. My karate is remedial at best. My
Perfect.
karate is slightly better than my home craftsmanship.
Oh, then you're in.
Yeah.
That's what we want. Okay, yeah, there's the line.
Thanks,
All right.
Jude.
Thank you. Danica, if you'd like to read it, if you want to cold read it.
Yeah,
Okay.
hey, Danica, why don't you do a cold read of that line?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Got it. Well,
There it is for you.
well, before we release you back into the real world, we want to go over a couple of things because we know you're getting ready to head back on the road. And I know you mentioned this weekend, right? The Race for Hope concert, right? Is that this weekend?
That is a week from this Friday. So next Friday.
Next weekend. Okay.
Yeah, the show itself is in Vienna, Virginia, at Jam and Java. It is sold out, but we are also live streaming the show, and all the money goes towards National Brain Tumor Society and the Race for Hope, which is an organization I've been involved with since 2009. They are kind of on the front lines raising money and awareness to try to find a cure for brain cancer and brain tumors. So I encourage everybody to tune in and watch the show. It'll be fun. And there might be, somebody asked earlier about the Spaceman hint. Here's another hint. There will be a surprise or two at that show.
Ooh.
So you definitely want to, if you're a fan of mine at all, tune in,
Love that. And then, you can visit on your link tree as well to donate. And perfect. Here's your link tree because we just happen to have a graphic of this too.
Perfect.
We have a graphic for everything apparently. Like anything else you want to come up with, we'll throw it up there too.
Do we have a graphic for that Danny DeVito line?
Oh, we can have one.
Let's not segue from Race for Hope to that. Let's not do that. Yeah. I didn't think that through at all.
But Jude, if you want to put that graphic back up too. So what is this? What graphic is this? Okay, so another Race for Hope where you guys can donate. Once again, you can find the link on the link tree. And then you also have the Pop 2000s coming up. Anything else you want to plug before we wrap it up, David?
Race for Hope show is April 29th. And then I'm again involved in the ROM, which is a charity event benefiting St. Jude Children's Hospital. That'll be down in Florida towards the end of May. That event is hosted by Kevin Rom, the actor, who's become a good friend. And then I will be participating in Big Slick, which is a charity event in Kansas City benefiting Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City. That will be in June. So if you're in the area and want to come support, by all means, please do.
Where is your event in Florida? Do you know where that?
Great question.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just now.
Where in Florida? All right, Jude. All right. I know that part of it is like golf, and that is it'll be at TPC Sawgrass down there. So wherever that is.
Oh, so like by me.
That's right by you.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll talk. We'll talk if I can
All
come
right.
see you. I'd love to come see you.
Perfect.
Before we let you go, we're going to go over our upcoming guests that we have coming up in April, May, June, July, all
my
the
God.
things. Okay, bring up that graphic, Jude, and I'll try to read some of them. Okay, so next week we have David Sobolov, who's the voice of Gorilla Grodd. We also have Felix Cavallari from The Young Rascals. We have Jason Marsden from Hocus Pocus, and he's the voice of Max Goof from Goofy Movie. We have performer Megan Lindsay. We also have John Kassir from Tales from the Crypt. We have Constantine Maroulis, also from American Idol. We have Steve Gonzalez from Ghost Hunters, and Jared Gredick from Bowling for Soup.
Hey, I know Jarrett.
Yeah, we're very excited. We're also welcoming back Jonah Ray. We have Lucas Rossi coming back, Nick Wheeler from All American Projects, John Elefante from Kansas. It's gonna be fun. And then David, we'll have to have you back on again too.
I'll bring my surfboard. It'll be awesome. Yeah.
Excuse me.
We'll go surfing the mountains.
We'll hopefully welcome back Teen Choice 2008 winner.
I love it. Oh,
It's
so ridiculous.
You're the best. Thank you so much for like being such a good sport and like surfboard.
Such a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me. It was fun.
Yay. Well, all right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Be safe, everybody. Au revoir.